Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs. Three of the richest people on earth. Never one of them got a college degree. They all quit college. They they might have went back and got one after the fact, but no college degree, man. Steve Jobs built his first computer in his garage and was getting yelled at about his parents because he was tinkering in the garage and, taking up all the space and shit. Man, everyone probably got something inside of them that they can do something. But life and people will make you think that you can't or that won't work. Imagine if Prince's mom told him, come up out of that room, boy, and go fill out job application. They're hiring down sheets. But none of us are party like it's 1999. You know what I mean? You got to think outside the box. You got to be crazy. Because if you're not, then you're going to be doing what everybody else is doing. Being a high-tech slave. Because someone said, yeah, my wife got a double master's degree. She make over $100,000 a year. And she's probably still paying on student loans. Go to school and come out of college with a mountain of debt that take you 25 years to pay it off, 20 years to pay it off. And then some people got college debt and they didn't graduate for whatever reason. And now they got all that debt and no degree. These colleges come into your high school. They boost it up, man. It's a game. Like Kwame Brown talking about Stephen A. Smith. And I still don't think most people are catching it, even though he's saying it. Like he keeps saying, Stephen A., why'd you go around to these college campuses talking about a kid that's a bust? Why'd you do that? And it's like almost a conspiracy. It's almost a conspiracy. This dude is going around the college campuses talking about a 17, 18-year-old kid being a bust. A 19-year-old, 20-year-old kid, because he did give him 2 years before he started calling him a bust, even though Jordan was saying it as a rookie. He's terrible. And they sent Stephen A. out there to do that to promote the narrative because they did not want these high school kids coming straight out of high school going to the NBA. Because who suffers if a kid goes from high school to the NBA? NBC suffers. ESPN suffers. Duke University suffers. North Carolina suffers. All these colleges that put kids on TV and they make billions of dollars and they don't give the kid nothing but a bullshit scholarship. You know how much money the NCAA lost because LeBron didn't go to Ohio State or Kobe didn't go to Duke? That cost them millions of dollars, man. Imagine Kobe at Duke. All the Duke jerseys that they would have sold. Or all the LeBron jerseys that they would have sold at Ohio State. Now you hire Stephen A. Smith to go around these campuses and badmouth it. And say he's a bust because he didn't go to college and he didn't hone his skills. So then they put a rule you couldn't come straight out of high school no more. You had to go to college at least for 1 year because they know it's against the Constitution to tell somebody that they don't have the right to earn a living. You can go to a motherfucking war zone and get your face blown off in Iraq at the age of 18. But you can't go to the NBA and play basketball if you're good enough? Kwame Brown is kicking game, man. He's kicking game. And the sad part about it is that Something else Kwame said, in this climate right now, you can't be a black person and come out and talk about white people, let alone be a white person and come out and bash black people about something. That'll end your career. So now they got the black folks doing it. Shit, y'all kill each other. It won't hurt you to go out here and talk bad about these niggas. And then when you talk bad about Kwame, or you talk bad about Andrew Wiggins, or you got these celebrities, these high-profile black men, and now you got Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp and these dudes bashing these bashing these niggas. You know what they're doing? They're going and they're devaluing them. They're putting mud on their name. So when that man goes in to negotiate that Wheaties commercial, he can't get the super huge bag. Say, we would like to give you that, but there's a narrative out here, man. Like, there's a lot of people don't like you. I don't know if it would be wise for us to give you $5 million for this commercial pitch. But I can give you 800,000. What the brother gonna do? Well, take it. They out here devaluing us. But you don't never hear them on there on TV talking about the white dudes is buses. There's only one white dude they call bus, and that's Ryan Leaf. That's Ryan Leaf, man. But other than that, man, it's always it's hard being a brother, man. This one and done is going to bump up to 2. It might. It just might. I heard they was going to get rid of it. I'll tell you what, Jafar. Here, I'm going to put one up you can hit me at. I use this one just for YouTube. So if somebody want to spam it or do whatever, I don't care because there don't be that much traffic on there. Yeah, you can hit me up. I think Jafar might be interested in doing the YouTube stuff. But yeah, man, that's something that I hopped on, man. I had that idea and I took a chance. I threw it out there, and I believe it's going to go well. If I can have 50 people and all combined, with those 50 people, if they have 1 million subscribers, I'm set. Because now out of those 1 million subscribers, it's like I got 500,000 subscribers. And I will bust and grind. I might have to bring somebody else on to help me with it. That's where I hope that it gets to. And, 30,000 a month I can make. 40,000 a month I can make. I can deal with that, man. I cannot sleep a wink for that type of money. Straight up. Look, man, I don't know. Saw the new Rule 34 Beast posters. What is that? You got one shot. I'm wanted by 31 African countries for war crimes. Johnny Manziel. Exactly. They don't really talk about him. And he's a known for the stuff that Johnny Manziel was doing, man. Imagine if that was a brother. I mean, there's something, it's just the system, man. It's the world we live in. And nah, I'm going to have to go ahead and block you, bro. I have to go ahead and block you. I don't got time for the silliness. Only time I got time for silliness is when you leave comments on my videos, because that means I know you watched it. Give me that good view. But and this life is what you make it, man. This life is what you make it. And if you want to run around being cocky and arrogant, and you don't want to accept responsibility for none of the wrong you do, you'll never be happy. You'll never be happy, man. You got to take responsibility for what you do. Don't be running around trying to make other people take responsibility for what they do or take responsibility for what you do. You got to take responsibility for what you do and say sorry and try to change so things can run smooth. But we have this thing out here, they call it gaslighting. And if you don't know what gaslighting is, I'll tell you. Gaslighting is when someone does something to you and then tries to say that you're crazy or make you look crazy for calling them out on it. You know what I mean? Like they try to do Kwame. They said all that stuff about him, and then when he finally says something, oh, you're mad, you're angry, you're hating. Why you saying all that, man? You can't let people gaslight you, man, into thinking that you didn't do nothing. Your boyfriend cheats on you and tells you you're crazy for confronting him about it. Or you catch him doing some shit he shouldn't do and you get mad about it and he quit speaking to you. That's gaslighting. And if you love that person, you might let him get away with that. But at the end of the day, they're just going to keep doing it to you. So you got to take a stand and draw a line in the sand, man. You got to draw a line in your sand. And that goes for if you're dealing with the media, no matter if you at work, you know, you got to stand your ground, man. You got to stand your ground, man. So if you got some dreams that you want to achieve and you got the guts to chase them, don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it, because you can. And it might not turn into Amazon or Google, but you might be able to turn that into Mama Poindexter's, Mama Poindexter cookies. In 70 years from now, your great-great-grandkids could be millionaires 10 times over, 20 times over. You know, what's your legacy going to be? As Black folks, we sure love to be hardcore. Fuck him, I'll whoop his ass, bitch ass motherfucker. That's not no legacy. Shouts out to Jay Quill. That's not no legacy. That you was a thug. Granddaddy was a thug. He was hard as hell. How many of us are running around out here struggling and striving to make the dream, to keep the dream alive? What if your grandfather left a legacy and left something for your mom and dad? And then your mom and dad left something to you. And then you can leave it to your kids, who can leave it to their kids, who can leave it to their kids. Somewhere along the line, man, we have got to break the cycle. We've got to break the cycle, man. I don't know about what anybody else is doing, but I know what I'm doing. And my mind is made up. And I'm getting where I'm trying to go. And those that can't appreciate it or get with it, then they're getting left behind. Because at the end of the day, nobody takes care of me. Nobody puts food in my mouth. Nobody takes care of me, man. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do and make sure that my great grandkids come into something. And I'm working on that. Yes, sir. I'm working on that. And those that I love, I'm telling them about the water, and I'm leaving footprints, but I'm not trying to drag no horses to the water trough, man. I'm not beating no horse over the head to help them do right. Just like I'll come on here and give y'all some game. Most people won't even do that. And I love to give game, but I also know that most of the time, I could tell you $1 million idea on YouTube and have nothing to worry about it. Because people, yeah, until it's time to do it. That's not me. That's not me. I don't do that. I be on it. I be on it. I'm a survivor. Blood, sweat, and tears, man. Had a lot of them in my life. And I'm at a point now where I'm in go mode. Mm-hmm. Damn, J. Mike. We're just talking about dreams and money and doing what you got to do in spite of people that might be looking to kick you, or they rather work against you because they're following a plan that's going to get them to the point where they can pay their bills and go out to eat every now and then, and they can bust their ass for the rest of their life. I don't want nobody getting rich off my sweat and knowledge. So I'm always looking to make money for me. My way. You ever have somebody get mad at you for doing things your way? And when you're doing things your way, you're not asking them for nothing. But they get mad at you because they can't do what you can do. They can't make it unless they're taking orders and being a slave and going to work for peanuts and pennies. Sometimes you can start your own business and struggle. But a man worth his salt that believe in his dream would rather work and struggle and do it his way than to go to work at a job where they're not going to pay you what you're worth. You're going to be there all the time, and then turn around. The people that you looking out for and taking care of is abusing you, not appreciating the sacrifice you make. That make it even worse. That's why you see people going to the mall and shooting everybody in sight. They taking out their anger on the world because nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. So they want everybody to feel their pain, man. And that ain't right, but shit. Sometimes I feel like snapping out and showing the motherfucker what my cold-heartedness could let me do. But I don't want to end my life, and I don't want to be in no jail forever. And so I just chill. I've learned to get my emotions in check and chill, man. Because if I go off, man, it's going to be smoke in the city, man. Motherfuckers will be hurt. But I ain't with that no more, man. The young Melee wild the fuck out. That's why my name's what it is. Push your button and say, Siri, what is a Melee? You'll find out. But yeah, man. He said, gotcha. What happened to Sinetta on a lot of occasions? Man, you know, Sinetta getting a nice bag on YouTube, man. Them dudes that do YouTube all day, every day, and they got 300,000-400,000 subscribers, man. Them dudes getting $20,000-$30,000 a month, man. I can't knock them. Hassan Campbell getting about 20 grand a month, dog. He getting 20 grand a month. But see, the thing about him, he claiming revolutionary. That's why I go in on him, because he's claiming revolutionary. He's claiming to help to do this for the people, and he's not. He's not. You know, he said every dollar I get, every this, every that, I'm going to help somebody in a shelter. And then he turns around and go buy a Benz, and that's cool. Do what you want with your money, but don't tell people that when they donate to you, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and you don't do none of that. And then you got wise, smart people that are out here working hard and doing their little thing and YouTubing it, and you see somebody that's a goddamn buffoon raking in the dough. And it's like, okay, yeah, he's getting his. But now I'm going to do what he's not doing. I'm going to talk about the community. I'm going to talk to people about getting money, bigging up. And at the same time, I'm going to let them know you're a fraud. If you selling a hamburger and you got the best burger in town and your burger's good and it don't cost as much, and the dude next to you selling horse meat, he's selling Secretariat over there in Black Stallion, and you know it, and this motherfucker is acting like your burger ain't shit, you're not gonna stand for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the panel with Hassan. And when we got on there, it was, everybody be respectful, all this and all that. And then when niggas start getting at his head with real questions, respectfully asked to him, he starts snapping out. Sarnetta, get him out of here. Get Shanks out of here. Shanks didn't even say nothing. Get him out of here. If you don't get him out of here, I'm leaving. He start that shit, man. Because he don't want to face the music. So it is what it is, man. Sean Brown. Got Sean Brown in the building, man. He says he's a new sub, man. We just chewing the fats, man. Let me check my dossier, man. See if I got a notification for a new sub. Nope, I got a bunch of comments though. So somebody put a comment. Not only can you spell, but you stay kicking good game. No, I ain't getting no notification for that, but I appreciate it, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to build something, man, and have a good time, man. And I don't know, man. My people, man, like we still got the house Negro and the field Negro going on in 2021 to a degree. We are always going to infight, we always going to have arguments and disagreements, man. And it's going to be not because we're black, but because we're black and we're by each other. White people kill more white people than any other race because white people deal with white people. Mexicans kill more Mexicans than they do black people because they're around Mexicans, you know what I mean? And they'll kick the narrative black on black crime. But we, as black people, are killing more than any other race at an alarming rate. It's just ridiculous, man. But we need to come together, man. We need to come together, man. And no cap, man, it's a lot of people, man, that I met on YouTube, man, and we've been building shit, man. We be helping each other. This one know about that. This one know about that, man. We blend ideas. We give game, you know what I mean? So I met a lot of decent people through this YouTube, man, that By me dealing with them and coming on YouTube, it's actually put real money in my pocket. Straight up, man. Straight up. You know, everybody can't do this. Everybody don't have a gift of gab, you know, but there's a lot of people that do, that are intelligent and have something to say. And YouTube giving all of us something that we never had. And that's a voice, man. That's a voice. And if you got something to say and you can say it in a good way, okay, Vanessa, thought you was been on the team, and you got something to say, the people gonna come check you out and they're gonna rock with you, man. Nobody's perfect, and we all gonna slip and say something that people don't agree with, or, you know, people be like, oh no, that's messed up. But see, somebody like Hassan, I mean, if you're gonna be disrespectful, I don't expect anybody to be disrespected and be happy about it or deal with it. But if you're like, yo, man, Storm Fluent 97, man, that's my guy, man. And I said something on the video, man, and he was like, damn, man, like, I didn't think you was like that, man. And I'm like, man, this is not, you know, but then I looked at it, man. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know, it was just an off the cuff comment. And I don't know, you know, I was kind of feeling some type of way that day, man. So I just commented, you know. And when my man said something, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he's right, man. It was the title of one of my videos. I'm like, man, you know what? He's right, man, because I made a video saying that old boy died, man. But my reasoning for saying it was, dude, you see how everybody, because people start commenting and reacting, and I wanted him to see it. So if he don't stop the bullshit, that's what's going to happen one day. And he's getting to be able to see how people are going to react. You know, if you could see your funeral, wouldn't you like to see it? To see who's going to show up, who's going to cry, who's going to keep it 100, who's going to fake, and who's going to be like, man, fuck that motherfucker, you know? We would all want to see that, man. I want motherfuckers falling out over the casket, man. Knock that motherfucker over, pull my body up out of there, man. They don't want to see me go, man. You know what I mean? Don't come in there and be quiet. Fall out. Miss me, goddammit. And people was leaving comments and saying shit. So my point hit home, but dude was like, man, you should change the title. And I was like, you know what? He's right. But if you have that conversation with Hassan and you say, damn, Hassan, you need to change the title. Well, fuck you then, motherfucker. Unsubscribe, because he can't do no wrong. And I found in my life that people that aren't the brightest individuals, they resent learning. And the reason that they resent learning is because to them, they put on a facade. They act smart. They try to carry themselves in a way to not be stupid. And they think they're fooling somebody. And in their mind, if they admit they don't know something or admit they're wrong, they're admitting that they're stupid. And they're so stupid that they don't realize only a fool knows everything. Because there's nobody on earth that knows everything about everything except the fool, because he don't want you to know he's stupid. So he pretends and acts like you can't tell him nothing, and that's just the way it is. And you encounter that more times than not when you're the smartest person in the room. A lot of times people will argue you up and down. Now, you may be wrong and not know you're wrong, or, you know, because you're right a lot, feel like you're always right. But have you ever had somebody that you've argued with, and every time you argue with them, they're always right? They never say, yeah, you right about that, dog. Like, I'm argued with you 100 times and you ain't never once said, man, yeah, you right. Never. It's like, damn, man. So, you know, you encountered those type of things, man. And some people are dumb and some people just ain't that smart. And The smart, wise person who likes to learn and has a thirst for knowledge, he can admit when he's wrong because he knows he's not stupid. So I can say to one of my subscribers, yeah, you're right about that, dog. Yeah, because I like to learn. And I know I don't know everything. And I know there's a lot for me to learn. So if I can learn something, I'm pretty pleased about that. If you can genuinely prove to me you're right and you're teaching me something, I'm all for that. Because now that's another bow, that's another arrow in my quiver. So when I'm out here in the world and I gotta shoot arrows of knowledge at people, or I gotta go to this job interview and look smart, that might be one of the arrows I pull out that you gave me. But people, man, you know, it's crazy, man. Some people just don't want to learn nothing, J. Mike. Some people want to know what they know, and they're cool with that, man. They're cool with that, man. You know, I've lived my life to the point I've had enough regrets. You know what I mean? I don't want any more regrets. Even if that means I got to walk out of somebody's life because I see they're never going to change and they're not going to do me right. I'd rather deal with that than to keep arguing and to keep fighting, or to look back 10 years from now and say, I should have left 10 years ago. I don't want to live with no more regrets, man. You know, that's why I always come back to it, man. If people don't want to do you right, man, you got to get to stepping, man. Because I'm at the age where, you know, I've been through things and I've gotten over them. And I know that there is a brighter day ahead. So with that knowledge, I try to be a good guy. I'm not perfect, but I know I'm not rotten, and I don't have an evil, selfish, sneaky, lying heart. You know what I mean? So I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I know I'm on a journey, man, in this life, man. I'm on a journey, man. I'm on a journey to get where I need to get to, man. Because I was blessed with a brain, man. And all the things I've been through and that have happened to me, I don't think I'd change a thing. Straight up, man, because I wouldn't have the knowledge. Pain is a great teacher, man. Pain is the best teacher. Think about all the times you've been hurt real bad. How many times have that happened to you again? Let your ass be. Go outside and find yourself a grassy hill and wait till it's 11 o'clock at night and it's pitch black and run down that hill. After you get up and whatever injuries you sustain and all that, you won't run down a hill at night in the dark ever again. And that's how your life should be, man. You know, that's how your life should be, man. And if you don't learn from the pain and the mistakes, it's going to happen again. Yeah, Steelers did need a good running back. Najee going to be nice, man. But, man, you know, we only got one life to live, y'all. We got one life to live, man. And don't be a fool. Love your sister. Love your brother. Love those that love you. Be a good person, man. People treat you right. Treat them right. Because you're going to go out in this world, man, and you're going to find a hard way to go. Life is like pushing a rock uphill, man. It's easier if you got somebody to push it with you. But, you know, you live and you learn, or you live and you get burned. What do you want it to be, man? I know what I want, and I know what I'm going to do. I know what I got to do. And that's a fact. And that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm tired of bullshit. I'm tired of dumb shit. I don't know, man. Especially when I know that I'm on a good path. I do right. I'm doing all right, y'all. No bullshit, man. I'm all right. You know, I've been all right times in my life and shit, but right here, right now, today, I'm in the best position I've ever been in my life. Financially, emotionally, mentally. I'm all right, man. I'm a good catch right now. Just gotta find me a good woman. But I don't know if that even exists as far as relationships go. So I'm gonna just fly solo so I can accomplish my dreams and goals, man. Because if you got dreams and goals and you're working towards them and they're happening and other people around you don't have no dreams and goals to have nothing great, they just want to be happy. If you're with someone and their only goal in life is to be happy, I feel bad for you. Because they always just trying to be happy. Shit. Happiness is a state of mind. It's not a TV. It's not a car. It's not a job. It's not a paycheck. That's not what happiness is. Happiness is a state of mind. Because you could have everything in the world and be a miserable motherfucker. Live your life. Be a good person and live with love, man. And don't let shit get you off your square, man. Don't let petty shit get you off your square. They say a small thing to a giant. What you run around yelling for? What you run around screaming for? What you run around shooting people for? What you ran around stabbing and cutting people for? What you ran around disrespecting people for? Doing all that lying, doing hurtful, deceitful shit. For what? Because you're not happy? People, life is short, man. And one day you're going to be in that coffin. Or one day the people you love is going to be in that coffin. Or they're going to not be in your life. What are you going to do then? You going to kick that shit you always kick? You don't give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't give no fucks. If you don't give no fucks, I wouldn't want to be you. Because you're not going to treat nobody right. Nobody's going to want to be around you. Nah, man, that shit's over, bro. That shit's over. Nothing lasts forever, J. Mike. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever, bro. You can find a woman and she be the love of your life, man. And she treats you exactly how you want to be treated. It's such a beautiful relationship that when you bite your burger or you taste one of your fries, before you could even reach for it, she's handing you some ketchup. She know what you like. She care what you like. You know what she like. You care what she like. And this is the greatest relationship in the history of relationships. That won't last because one of y'all's going to die. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You came in this world all by yourself. Your mama gave birth to you and you was naked and unclothed and crying. When you go out, you might not be naked and unclothed, but you going out by yourself. You can't take nobody with you. And can't nobody go with you unless you do a murder-suicide. And that ain't love. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it? I don't know. I don't know, man. But I ain't even worrying about that shit. I'm just talking about in general, just people, man. You know what I mean? Just people. Like, you could go outside and be in a good mood, man, and things been going good for you, and you wave to your neighbor and he's how you doing, man? And go on in the house because he's miserable, because he's not happy. I'm happy to be alive, man. I got 9 lives, so I'm happy to be alive. I done used up about 4 or 5 of them. I'm happy to be alive, and I'm not going to let nobody steal my peace of mind. Not going to be able to do. Nope. But as I was saying before, man, as black folks, man, salute to Jay Quill, man. He said it. We can't leave a legacy of thug life, man. You know? See what happened to Tupac with the thug life, right? Y'all remember when Pac came out? Brenda got a baby, but Brenda barely got a boyfriend. All that shit, Brenda got a baby. All that conscious rap he was kicking, that good shit he was kicking. And then he went to death row. And then it was thug life. Y'all know the rules, gotta do what you gotta do. Stay true. Thug life, y'all know the rules, gotta do what you gotta do. And that shit got him killed. Tupac was one of the greatest gifts to our culture that we've ever seen, man. He could have been more than Martin Luther King. He could have been more than Malcolm X, because he had the attention of the young people. And it's the young people that can make a change. Because the old people done lived their life. They done got through when they was young and had a chance to actually make a change. The young people drive the culture. The young people decide what's hip. Nobody trying to hear that, old man. We lit. Pop can get the ear and turn things around, man. Tupac had it all, but there was something missing. There was something missing, and it's called a father. Tupac ain't have no dad. And that's why he was with the gang shit. And that's why he would ride or die for the homies. Because there was a spot in his heart that was empty. And we have those spots in us, and we try to fill them. And we fill them with women or men or drugs or other addictions, alcohol, addicted to money, or, you know what I mean? There's just so many things that people try to mask their pain with. And those are the things that take us out. You know? It's fucked up, man. This world's fucked up, man, because the love. Where's the love, man? Black Eyed Peas, where is the love, man? Where is the love, man? If we all was getting loved and loved on and feeling good and all that shit, man, there'd probably be a lot more people alive instead of in the cemetery, man. Because we got these young killers out here. Parents is on crack. Parents is on heroin, doing all that crazy shit, and the kids are suffering. And what happens? When the homies feel bad for them, really got love for him, man. Nigga shoe game fucked up. The girls is laughing at him, and he's really a good dude, man. And he got a lot to offer. So his boy, who was in the same situation, what do? He give him an 8-ball. He gave him 3.5 grams of cocaine and show him how to bag it, how to cook it, and how to sell it. And now he don't got to ask nobody for nothing. And 10 years later, he's in the federal penitentiary doing 20 to life because he went for the gusto. or in the cemetery, lost his life. All because there wasn't no love in his life, man. Because the people that were supposed to love him didn't love him. Or maybe they loved him, but they didn't show it. Ain't nothing worse than somebody telling you, I love you. The only time you tell me, the only time somebody will tell you they love you is when they kissing you on the way out the door to go do Lord knows what. But don't show that shit. Joe Biden. Yeah, man. I'm so over it with the politics, man, because I follow the shit and I pay attention to it. But it's a fight I don't have the energy for no more, man, because my people think it's a joke in the game, man. You don't want to vote for president? Cool. But we don't even want to vote locally. Police our own communities, man. We policed our communities, man. We wouldn't have cops out here doing the shit they do. Because we have brothers on the local council and holding these motherfuckers accountable. We too busy trying to find out who's going to be at Perion's tonight or who's going to be at Gucci's tonight. You know how we do. We put a white name on our shit when it's real nice. Femme fatales. You know what I mean? And the little local club in the hood that everybody go to. Try to give it a nice little name. Du jour. Something crazy. And everybody go there. They worry about you going to the Elks tonight? You going to Sonny's tonight? You going to Billy T's tonight? You going to Bar 20 tonight? And every Friday and Saturday, motherfucker getting dressed up, going to that same fucking dead end. Fucking a new nigga this weekend. Chasing a different hoe this weekend. And wonder why your life ain't going nowhere. And when somebody try to tell you that's a dead end, you call them a hater. And then, you know, a lot of times people don't see the error of their ways till they see their kids falling in that same trap. Where they got 5, 6 kids to 3 or 4 different people. And one day they just look up and realize, man, my life ain't shit. And they ain't got nobody. They got people to blame, but it's not reality. Like Hassan Campbell. You blaming a man who said your wife's name on the internet as the reason your marriage fell apart. Imagine that. You know? Imagine that. Shit's crazy, man. But I dropped that email, Jafar, and I said what I had to say, man. Sometimes it's getting on the inner tube, but drain you. Inner tube. Yeah. The inner tube. Hey, that should be a name for a motherfucking site. Inner tube, man. The internet YouTube. The inner tube. The internet will drain you, man. Because when you start talking about real shit, man, you start feeling real shit. Oh, let me just say before I go, man, have y'all heard DMX's album yet? Give me a 1 in the chat for yeah. Put a 2 in there if you haven't heard it yet. It's called Exodus, DMX's new album. There's a song on there, man. And it's deep, man. It's deep. I'm going to play it for y'all, man. I'm going to give you a snippet of it. Because I ain't monetizing this anyway, so. If y'all know anything, man, I'll give y'all a little backstory before I play it. It's a song, and it's called Letter to My Son. DMX's oldest child is in his 20s. His name's Xavier. And it's his firstborn to his wife. And DMX got 10 kids. And he was a womanizer. And DMX and his wife broke up. And his son took offense to DMX not being in the house. You know, him and his mom broke up. And DMX is like, yo, I was a good dad. I did everything. I was a hell of a provider. His dad's DMX. And yeah, I was on drugs or whatever, but, you know, I wasn't getting you high. And, you know, DMX had every excuse in the book, but he had some points, though. And him and his son wasn't speaking for years. His son wouldn't call him. You know, they didn't have no relationship. And after I heard this song, then I saw that DMX and his son was on that Iyanla Fix My Life. That was some powerful shit, man. DMX is a nut, man. He cussed Iyanla the fuck out several fucking times. He called her every kind of bitch you could. Fat bitch, black bitch, ugly bitch, stupid bitch, bald-headed bitch. DMX went full-blown X on her, man. Her son was there at the filming and tried to fuck DMX up. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you is. You not talk to my mama like that, man. DMX walked out on it and all that. And his son said, Dad, I want a relationship with you. Like when DMX, he hadn't seen his son in years. So they hooked it up. So he came in and his son stood up and they hugged, man. And DMX started crying, kissed him on the cheek and hugged him. And you could see it, man. Like he hugged him, man. It did something to me, man. Like I get emotional, man, when it comes to my kids or anybody's kids, man, because I didn't have the best parenting growing up, man. And I was a wild child, and me and my kids' relationship suffered because of it, man. But I know I got a big heart, man, and I'll do anything for anybody's kid. I've never hurt a kid, man. And just things with kids, man, it hits me in a place that I don't like to be hit in, man. And I just feel it, man. That's why I felt this song so much. But his son told him, man, I want to have a relationship with you, Dad. I want to have a clean, non-toxic relationship. DMX was like, whoa. Hey. What do you mean clean? No drugs. Said, man, I smoke weed, drinking, before I forgot with you, before you was even born. You know what I mean? Like, I love you unconditionally, son. Why you put conditions on my love? And then DMX stood up and said, well, I guess we can't have a relationship then. Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. And the son started crying and shit, man. And he like said, all right, then. I guess you see me at my funeral. And that was like 7, 8 years ago. And it was years ago. I'm not sure exactly how many, but the thing that I watched said like 6 years ago. So it was a while ago. And they didn't talk. And DMX's last words to that boy was, I guess you see me at your funeral, at my funeral then, and walked out. And he made this song that I'm about to play for you. And when you hear it, just think that what he said rings true, man. What he said rings true, man. All the bullshit and all the reasons we get mad at people and we stop loving each other. And for what? You know what I mean? Like, so you could win an argument, so you could be right, or because you refuse to admit that you do anything wrong. And we have relationships and things and shit the way life should be, and we don't get it right for bullshit reasons. But X put it down on this one, man. Like that shit. It might not hit you the way it hit me. I don't want to pump it up too much so you don't like it. But
it was a Coke 10, hard water.
Here it goes.
The worst part is Claire was unaware.
And Usher's in it. Hey man, drug addiction's a disease, bro. What his son should have said is, Dad, I want to pause it. I think his son should have said, Dad, I want a relationship with you. And DMX wanted a relationship with that boy so bad, man. Like you could see it. When this goes off, type in Eon Love Fix My Life DMX and watch it. He wanted this relationship. And I guess somebody in my wisdom or intelligence knows this. And the son maybe was just too young, but he should have said, Dad, I want a relationship with you. And I want you to be clean. But, you know, I just want a relationship with you. And he could have worked on his dad. He could have helped him instead of saying, if you don't do it like this, we won't have nothing, because that's not love. DMX had a point when he said, son, I love you unconditionally. Gay, straight, whatever. I love you no matter what. I don't tell you you got to be X, Y, and Z for me to love you. That's not our right to put on somebody how their life has to be for us to love them. You have the right to do that, but that don't mean it's right. You have the right to be how you want to be. And if you don't want to deal with some things, you don't have to deal with them. But you ain't going to always be right to put your feelings as how it's going to go. You know, my way or the highway. You might find yourself on the highway, and in reality, you really want to be with them people. So, you know, if your dad got a drug problem or a drinking problem, you know, to turn your back on him ain't going to help him. It's going to push him down further. You just got to try. You got to try. You got to try. And they might not ever get right. But do you stop loving them? Because if you're grown, then you ain't dependent. You ain't no little boy that needs a daddy to take care of me. You want your father to get right because he's your father and you love him and he's hurting himself, not so he can be daddy to you. The selfishness, man. But here go the jam, man. Even going to be able to listen to that for years. And when he finally forgives himself for judging his dad and not trying to have a relationship with him because we're not guaranteed tomorrow, he's going to punish himself, man. And one day he's going to realize, man, my dad don't want me to feel bad. My dad loved me. I fucked up. I forgive myself. He fucked up. Shit was fucked up. But I know he loved me. And I just got to make him proud in everything I do. He's me. He is me and I am him. And that shit just hits me, man, because I'm philosophical with it, man. And I know that we only got one life to live, man. And we run around and be assholes and be spoiled brats about shit, man. You know, like we be spoiled brats about shit, man. And then I have kids. And then I ain't a perfect parent. And I love my kids. I die for them, man. I die for them. If it came to it to where, okay, he or she's going to die, or you can go, I got to go. I don't want to go, but I got to go. And then I think, like, man, my parents would never, maybe they would, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't sacrifice nothing for me. You know what I mean? I've been on my own since 18, all the way. I hadn't seen my mom in so long, I forgot what she looked like. That's not no bullshit. I kept seeing this one lady and I was wondering, was that my mom? You know what I mean? Like, shit's deep, man. You say how I feel about 50 Cent and his son. Man, I think 50 Cent is the biggest dickhead on earth for that shit, man. Like, it's hard, man, because our kids do things that we do. And we do things that our parents did. And when you're having kids, you know, you might take some things personally that your kids do because you would never do that to your parents. Or like 50 don't know his dad, so he would give anything to have a dad like him. So when his son says things or he hears things, he snaps the fuck out. But I believe that that's just bitterness from him not having his dad, because you will find that my kids only call me when they need something. And I started to feel like what I said was an ATM machine. You only come to me when you need to make a withdrawal. And then any other time you could give a fuck less about an ATM machine. But then I started to hear other dads say it. So then I realized that it wasn't nothing personal. That's just how teenagers and young adults are. They live in their life. They selfish. That's what they do. And then when I look back on it, I was the same way. It wasn't nothing personal. Once I got grown and I was on my own and I had my bitterness with me, man, I didn't want to be bothered because I was doing me. You know, as parents, I don't think we realize that for 18 fucking years, man, your child, you've been telling him what to fucking do. He tired of listening, man. They need to spread their wings, man. And they don't come back to the nest until they have kids and their kids start doing the shit that they did to you and that you did to your parents and your parents did to their parents, because we're human beings and certain shit's just in our DNA. You look at the birds, man. Have you ever seen a bird teach another bird how to make a nest? Fuck no. It's in their DNA. Some things are in our DNA, like jealousy, like hate, like love. It's just the way we're made. And 50 Cent taking shit personal, I believe. And that's why he does his son the way he does, because it's like, you little motherfucker, I grew up with nothing. How the fuck you gonna say this or say that? Instead of realizing, you know, this is just how it goes, man. You know, we as black people, we'll look at white people and say, man, we whoop ass in this house. We whoop ass. We don't play that. You ain't gonna disrespect me. I'll knock your fucking teeth out. But our kids still disrespect us. You know, if you're an abusive, violent motherfucker, they won't disrespect you to your face. They just won't fuck with you. But that's just the way it goes. And as a parent and as an adult, you have to be able to realize that this is just part of your child growing up. They're going to rebel. Your son going to want to let you know he's a man and you can't whoop me, Dad, even though you might still be able to whoop his ass, but you can't whoop my ass because, number one, I ain't going to let you. You ain't loud. The law don't allow you. I'm a grown man. You can't put your hands on me no more. But I'm going to talk that talk because I'm a man. Knowing that if the 50 and Marcus got in the ring, it would be ugly. Marquise, it would be ugly. But because he's grown, you know, 50 can't hit him. But I think that one day they're going to work it out. And it's going to be funny because when they work it out, it's going to be like it never happened. And then people will be like, oh, this is some fake shit or whatever. I won't be like that, but there'll probably be some people that will be like that. But, man, I ain't never going to go and do that shit with my son, man. I love my son. I got one son, man. I love him. So I'm not going to do him like that, especially publicly. I'm not going to do him like that privately because I know he can't whoop me. Man, from 14 to 18, my son, I mean, I'll cold cock you, Dad, talking all that crazy shit. I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I will fuck you the fuck up, punk ass nigga, bitch ass nigga. How many tears I seen you drop? I know you. But, you know, there will come a day when I won't be able to whoop my son. And I don't want him feeling like, man, I should whoop his ass. Because then I'd be feeling real bad that my son kicked my ass. Not only am I sore and beat up, but my feelings are destroyed because my son didn't have enough love or respect for me because how I treated him to not whoop my ass. Hand bone. You know what I mean? Hand bone. I can't let Chubbs whoop me, dog. It's just real, man. But You know, we go through life, man, and our parents go through shit, man. They go through shit with our mom. They go through shit with society. In times that they weren't there or we thought they wasn't there, it wasn't because they didn't love us. It was just because life was kicking their ass, man. You know? And then sometimes you got they do be underestimating that 702. I gotta put that up there, man. You know, life's hard, man, and it's fucked up, man. And we be wanting shit and we be needing shit, man. And we look at our parents like superheroes. And when they let us down, it hurts, you know. But shit, being a parent, I know when your parent lets you down, they might not show it, but it hurts them more than it hurts you. Because I wish I could give my kids the world, man. If I could, I would, without a question. But then I'm a person too. I got to survive. I got to make it. You know what I mean? When you got baby moms, man, them motherfuckers put your dick in the dirt, man, and not give a fuck. You got some moms try to turn the kids against you. I don't know, Swan. I don't know, Swan Swiggy. You still have a fight on your hands. Ham pretty strong, baby. But you his son, so I don't know. You are getting up there, 26, 27 now, something like that. But I don't know. I knew there was, I don't know what day it was, but there was just a time, you know, when my dad said something and I just looked at him like, bro, beat the fuck out you, bro. Straight up, like, I'll fuck you up. My dad's 67. He still think he could get with me. I know he do. I'll do him. I'll do him dirty. But my dad was kind of vicious, man. And I was kind of vicious for a minute too. But I was vicious in a different way. Like a I'll kill you style way. But I don't know, man. It's tough out here, man. It's tough, man. We got to stay. Like I said, man, we got one life to live, man. And we all got issues and problems, man. And just try to work it out, man. You know, sometimes we try, man, and we get doors slammed in our face, and that hurts even more because you know you like, motherfucker, you owe me, or maybe you don't owe me, but you supposed to be apologizing to me, and I'm forgiving the bullshit that you done, so we could have a relationship. And you telling me I ain't no good. It's my fault. Like, or you still don't want to be a mom. That's what me and my mom went through. And it just got to the point where I had to love her from a distance and put walls up. I got a homeboy that's a mentor, man. He's a wealthy, multi-millionaire, good dude. If I ever need anything, he'll give it to me, man. But the only thing I ever ask him for is advice. Straight up, man. Only thing I asked him for is advice. And the nigga told me, man, he said, you know what, man? Sometimes you got to put walls up and protect yourself, man. But you still lob some love up over them walls, man. Real shit. Your dad might not never been in your life, man. But he gave you life. If he don't give you nothing else, motherfucker, you here on earth. They talk aliens and all that shit, but we ain't seen nothing else. And all this cosmos and space and all this shit. Big as outer fucking space is, you come to this little ass place called Earth and you go down even deeper, man. And we got microscopes to see shit like this shit. There's worlds probably just keep going to smaller and smaller and smaller, you know? We might be a boil on a monster's ass. You know what I mean? This planet, you think it's outer space, and we are in somebody's ass. I don't know what the fuck we are, man. You think a red blood cell knows it's a red blood cell? It's in that motherfucker looking for oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a fucking fat cell in your body. That motherfucker don't know it's a fat cell. He's just looking to get fat. We on earth looking for cars and money and bitches. We might be a tick on somebody's goddamn ass. We don't know what the fuck's going on. But you got life. And if it wasn't for your father, you wouldn't be here. And life might be hard, and then you might be in a fucked up situation, man. And because you in a fucked up situation, or you came up fucked up, you don't give a fuck about nothing, and you out here doing destruction to the world. But most of all, you doing it to yourself, man. And it's all because you mad at your parents. Mad dad wasn't there. Mad mom wasn't there. I've been there, man. I've been there, man. Fuck that shit, man. You got one life to live, man. We be so fucked up in the head that we don't give a fuck. Man, fuck that motherfucker. He not gonna punk me. Nigga, I'm going to the club tonight. Give me my thing, man. You go to the club and you end up killing the motherfucker and in jail rest of your life, or you get smoked. All because of pride and toughness, because we don't give a fuck, man. Your life is worth something, man. Protect that motherfucker with everything you got. And a pistol ain't the only way to protect your life. Being smart is the best way. 95% of niggas that's in trouble or in jail right now, whatever they're in there for, in the back of their mind, they knew they didn't want to do it. They knew it was wrong. But they said, fuck it. Then they got away with it once, twice, 1,000 times. If you hustling, you could get away with it 1,000 times. The police could be trying to get you for months and years, and they could fuck up every time along the way. But you got one time to fuck up, and then they gonna get your ass. And then it's over. Don't be the bullet that takes your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the anger and the hurt have you out here thinking that life ain't shit and fuck it, I don't give a fuck, man. Because you got life. You're alive today. Forgive your mom, forgive your dad, man, and move on, man. They black like us. They probably went through some worse shit than we going through. We got the internet. We got phones. We get jobs, fill out application. You ain't even got to go to the store no more. Fuck what the motherfuckers had to go fill out an application. You can fill them out now, lie on the application, and motherfucking COVID, you get hired and never even met the motherfuckers. Do the interview over the phone. So yeah, I decided to give you the job. Straight up. So, man, live your life like it's worth something, man. Live your life like you got hope. It might be bad right now, but it don't have to be. I'm a living testament to that. Things get better, and there's going to be rain and pain. There's going to be rain and pain, as X say. But you get through it, man. You get through it, man. You get through it. Be strong and do what you got to do and just try to be a good person and live with love, man. It's Melee all day, man. Until the next time, man. I'll holla.